Hi, I'm Kevin Nust, co-founder of Mesh, and today I'm going to take you through how to use Cloud Control Studio to create a custom Chrome extension in the Salesforce ecosystem. So we're going to create a new task here in Cloud Control and select our Chrome extension template. I'm going to give it another context file here as well to tell it a little bit about what we want to build. I'll talk about that in just a second. And then we're going to kick it off with a short little prompt to tell it to go ahead and look at that context file and start creating this custom Chrome extension for Cloud Control Studio. And we're going to use it with Salesforce to be able to finish the setup of any tasks that we need to do in the UI after Cloud Control automates the vast majority of deploys and of implementing campaigns, for example. So then we're off to the races, and you're going to see it start to read this documentation, and then it'll create its own plan here based off of that context. And so as I mentioned, that additional context doc is just really simple of how we want to use this Chrome extension, that when we set up demos, for example, of marketing intelligence is going to be one that we'll show here in just a second. The majority of it can be automated by Cloud Control, and then there's a few different small UI-driven tasks that need to have a couple buttons clicked and a couple fields filled out. And so after that automation runs, it provides us with that short list, and we're going to put that right into this Chrome extension then to be able to view those couple of tasks right beside in the browser with where we need to do them in context and just be able to fly through them really quickly. All right, we can see that Cloud Control has its task list here, started its plan, and is starting to run down those tasks. So this can run autonomously through this plan here. You can also jump in and chat with it if you want to add more context or ask questions to it, but it's really good about executing the task at hand. All right, we're already on to our next task, and this is going to run for a few minutes, so I'll speed this up here. This is running locally on my computer. It's still really fast, it only takes a few minutes, but this can also run in the cloud as well. So if you run it on something like an H100, this is probably 20 times faster. So really, Cloud Control Studio can go anywhere that you need it to be able to execute within the Salesforce ecosystem. And so some of the other things that Cloud Control can do is it can execute some of the other products like the Marketing Cloud, for example, from creating emails to setting up campaigns to flows, and also can create Agentforce agents in a matter of minutes. So no more 2.5 hour trailheads to figure out how to set that up. Literally 3 minutes. We have another demo of that as well. It can deploy new business units, for example. It can add users and their permissions, all super fast, all automated. So really a great control layer on top of the Salesforce ecosystem. You can also build custom Lightning apps that might be for your specific workflows as a business. And that could be things like a creative brief as part of your process for setting up a new campaign. There are other great uses for these custom Chrome extensions as well. Maybe someone wants to have that creative brief process built right into a Chrome extension that they can pop open at any time and have the context of their a website right there as well as they fill it out. Or maybe their daily stats dashboard just pops right up also to make it super easy for them and links into their Salesforce data from the data cloud. All right, so Cloud Control has finished that Chrome extension build out already, and it's telling us everything is done and checked out and how to install that. Pretty straightforward. So we're going to go over to the extensions and just turn on this new extension that we just built right here. Here we go. We can see our Cloud Control branding is right there. Going to go ahead and refresh this page and pin our new extension as well. And let's load in that context file we were talking about that has those last couple UI steps that we need to do to finish setting up marketing intelligence. And you can see the list is right here. We can track our progress through it, and we're able to see the steps right there. Just a couple of steps in, don't just flip back and forth between screens, can copy information if we need to and search for it really fast. And that's it. Thanks for watching.